Alright, welcome back. So I set everything up. I have this bed that I was making for a Call of Cthulhu adventure, but it could easily just substitute as a mattress. There's a table, tavern pub circular table, and I'll reread where we left off. The door opens to reveal a small room with a stone floor and dirty walls. There's a stale smell in the air. In the center of the room is a makeshift wooden table on which is standing a lit candle. Under the table is a small box. In the far corner of the room is a straw mattress. So you can either open the box or leave the room. Well, fortune favors the bold. I don't have anything that would symbolize a small candle on there. So we'll just assume that there's a candle on there, okay? So, Rastan goes under the table and he, with his sword, he brings the box to him. There's the box. And he opens the box. Let's see what happens here. Turn to 240, entry 240. And the box is light, but something rattles within. You open the lid and a small snake darts out to bite your wrist. You must fight the snake. Alright, snake has a skill of 5 and stamina of 2. If you kill the snake, turn to 145. So it's snake fighting time. Oh, the door fell off. We'll just move the door since we know it's right there. And it's time to fight a snake. So here we go. And I think I have a snake token. If I don't, actually, I don't have a snake token per se, but I might have a miniature. So hold on, let me go look for it. Okay, so I didn't find my miniature of the snake, but I do have a poker chip. I recommend these plastic poker chips. I got this from a Texas Hold'em dice game. These are really handy when you can't find your regular miniatures. One thing is, it's cool, is they're red, so you know it's a monster or a bad guy. And yeah, they're just easy to just move around like that, and it does the trick. But I got one. I got even better than that from my bag of tricks here. I can't see. I got a big, huge dice bag here from another game called Dungeon Dice. I have a bag full of dice with little monster icons on them, and I found a snake right there to symbolize the snake. So, jumped out, Rastan's pointing diagonal, and it's on. It's snake killing time. So, I already wrote it down. Rastan's skill, stamina, the snake's skill and stamina 2, so it's not too tough. I wrote it kind of light because I want to keep this for other monsters, so I didn't, I didn't write real hard, so I can race easy. So here we go. And I'm going to roll for the monster first, since it's kind of a surprise attack. 10. So 10 with a skill of 5, that's 15. Oh boy. Rastan's got a skill of 11, so that's 15. Come on, Rastan. 11. Whew, he just barely dodges. So that's 5 plus 11, 16. And he dodges to the right, and he swoops down with his short sword right onto the snake, and he slices it in 2. And this is one of those things where if I wanted to, I could just go immersion. That means he senses something in the air. It can be atmospheric or poetic or a sixth sense. And I'll just say that the blood of this snake strikes him with a sense of dread and evil that permeates throughout this new dungeon. And he takes his lucky coin out and he rubs it for good luck. He'll need it. So I don't even have to. He does automatically 2 damage. So that's done. I don't even need to scratch that out. So well done, Rastan. Living up to your name, but it's just a snake. Let's see what happens next here. So if you kill the snake, go to 145, entry 145. Let's take a look. 145. 145. The box has fallen to the ground during the fight with the snake, and out of it has fallen a bronze-colored key with the number 99 carved onto it. You may take this key with you, note it on your equipment list, and leave the room. Add 1 luck point and turn to page or entry 363. So the luck point, I'm not sure if that's permanent, but I'll add it since they went back to 6. I think if you have a potion that increases your overall luck, I think that's what I read. So we'll go to, if I'm wrong, I'll let you know. So it goes back to 7. There's luck, items. I'm going to say he's got a key with 99. Which I'm sure will be probably a key to maybe one of the last rooms or a special room. Maybe with a Warlock on Firetop Mountain in the room. So there we go. Pretty fun. I like that. I like the simplicity. So, and on the map, I'm going to mark that on the map. I'll also write snake. You know, just something to remember it by. I wrote the entry number of the room. And that's supposed to be like the candle in the box. I'll put snake box. I'm sure this map is going to expand, so this is just a starter map, really. So, kill the snake, killed the snake, went to 145. Added the 1 luck point. Turn to 363. Getting close. Bam. Further up the passage on the west wall, you see another similar door. Boy, a lot of doors on the west wall. You listen at the door and grimace to hear the worst singing you've ever heard in your life. Do you want to go into the room to investigate this hideous din? This hideous din. Okay. Or walk up the passageway. Turn to 42. We're singing. It's probably an orc. Probably an orc. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go up to 42. But I'm going to note that on my map. Let me clear this since this room's over. And I'll put this out here. And I'll give you that door. And since he's right there, he's probably listening. Mark the door. Notice I'm going to use my mechanical pencil for finer detail. I'm going to put right here, and I'll put the entry number on that, which is, let's see here, 363, I believe. Yep. So 363. Singing. Alright, I'm going to keep going though. Press on. And so I'm going to go to page 42. You eventually arrive at the end of the passageway. At a three-way junction, you may turn either to the west or to the east. Okay, I see what you're saying. Three-way junction here. Splits off like that. I'm going to go to the west, which is that way, as you can see, in direction, compass. Alright. Let me do an immersion roll. Something he feels. Moldy. So he feels a shiver run up his spine from all the dank moldiness. It just gives him a bad feeling that there's more snakes and creatures up ahead. So we will go west. So that is turn to 257. The passageway runs straight for several meters. That's when you know this is written in England because of meters. And then ends at a wooden door. Again, these wooden doors. You listen at the door and hear angry shouting coming from within. Will you investigate or turn back? Rastan's going to kick the door in. Just because he's in the mood. He's in the mood to break up all this evil. And he wants to take it out on something. So, yeah. 168. So let's get a visual. Straight for several meters, and then it ends at a wooden door. So on the map, I'm going to make it kind of long. Alright. And let's see what happens here. I'm going to face this. So he's going west, like that, and I'll put the door at the end. And he's listening in. Sorry for the shadows, no real getting around that. Unless I move the light a little bit here. Ah! And then that happens. He's close, listening. Listening in. And, what will happen next? Well, I'll read you what happens next. So I gotta go to 168. You open the door to a large room, a large chair. A solid-looking table suggests... Oh, I'm reading this wrong. A large chair behind a solid-looking table suggests to you that someone or something of rank uses this room. Aha. A chest in the center catches your eye. In a corner of the room stands a man-sized creature and with a warty face, standing over a smaller creature of similar race. With the whip in his hand, the orc chieftain, oh boy, has been beating. I get my tenses right. Has been beating his servant, who is whimpering beneath him. Will you attack them both? Spring at the chieftain in the hope that his servant will aid you? Leave the room and head back for the junction. I'm going to do B. Spring at the chieftain and hope that his servant will aid me. And that's where we're going to leave off. Pretty awesome illustration. I like how he uses shadows. A man-sized creature with a warty face standing over a smaller creature. Keep solo questing. I'll see you in the next video for the fight. Possible fight here.